Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappan Civilization, existed between 7000 and 3000 BCE. It was unearthed in 1920. This civilization extended over 125 million square kilometers on the plains of the Indus and Ghaggar Hakka River. The population was 5 million. A remarkable feature of the large settlements of the Indus Valley civilization was the regularity and order in the town planning. Food production was largely indigenous in the Indus civilization. Wheat and a 6-row barley were the major cereal crops. Peas, sesame seeds, dates, and cotton were also grown. The streets were laid out in a perfect grid and aligned north-south and east-west. They were well paved and broad enough for bullock carts to move comfortably. Wastewater from every house was carried to covered drains which lined the major streets. The drains had inspection holes at regular intervals for inspection and cleaning. These drains were further connected to larger outlets which finally carried sewage outside the city. Walls and houses were made of kiln-baked mud bricks. To maintain uniformity, bricks were of the ratio of 1:2:4 but came in different sizes. They were so strong that they survived 5,000 years. In fact, in 1856, the engineers of the East India Company sourced bricks from the Mohanjo settlements as ballast for the railroad track connecting Karachi to Lahore. Two-story houses were common. Houses had their own wells and a room reserved as a toilet. In the ruins found at Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists have discovered the remains of a structure called the citadel, built atop a mound 12 meters high. A cylindrical tower with a spiral staircase led to the top of the ziggurat-shaped structure. The people of the civilization were also traders. There is evidence that extensive maritime trade also operated in the Middle Harappan period. Being skilled artisans, trade probably involved pottery, jewelry, terracotta, and bronze sculptures. One can only speculate on the purpose of the citadel. It could have been used for public gatherings, religious or administrative events, or also as a trading hub. Recent excavations at Rakhi Gari in Haryana have confirmed that granaries were a regular feature of this civilization. The granary in Rakhi Gari was a brick structure about 60 meters in length and divided into 6 chambers. possible that these granaries were used by the administrative authorities for times of shortage, ceremonial purposes, or regulation of grain production and sale, as in modern-day cooperatives. Air ducting systems like triangular vents at the base for free flow of air have been found. These must have kept the stored grains free from moisture and spoilage. The Great Bath found at Mohenjo-Daro is probably the earliest water tank in the ancient world. It was a watertight structure, 12 meters long, 7 meters wide, and 2.4 meters deep. It could have been used for ritual cleansing and bathing. Examples of the Indus Valley script have been found mainly on seals. The longest inscription found has 26 symbols, but the script is yet undeciphered. The Mohenjo-Daro civilization was amongst the first to develop a system of uniform weights and measures for trading. 11 drilled molar crowns found in a graveyard at Mohenjo-Daro lead us to believe that they had knowledge of proto-dentistry. Numerous seals with pictorial representations and symbols have been unearthed. Famous among the seals are the Pashupati seal, which depicts a yogic figure. Some historians link it to Lord Shiva. Many terracotta toys have been found. Fragments of board games with grid markings suggest knowledge of an early form of chess. A sculpture of a bearded bust has also been found, resembling the priest king. A steatite statuette, the priest king, is probably the most famous of all finds from the Indus Valley civilization. A large variety of pottery, both plain and decorated, has been unearthed from various sites of the Indus Valley civilization. These wares, made mostly on the potter's wheel, were baked in wood-fired kilns. Pots were invariably coated with red ochre slips with designs in white or black as separate colors or slips. Anatomically designed figurines in terracotta, bronze and steatite have been excavated. Historians believe that models such as these were unknown in the ancient world, even up to the Hellenistic age of Greece. The people of the Indus Valley civilization were the first to explore the craft of making jewelry. Excavations have revealed ornaments made of gold, copper, bronze, ivory, semi-precious stones like agate and carnelian, bone, shell, and even slip-painted terracotta. By about 15,000 BCE, molds were also used for making metal and terracotta ornaments. Excavations reveal the use of various metals from early Harappan times. The most abundant metal was copper, which was often alloyed with tin and lead to make tools, weapons, utensils, and decorative figurines through the process of forging and casting. The most famous of which is the dancing girl.
आए मोरे घर
great civilization died out around 1800 BCE. It was most probably due to a change in the course of the river. Periodic restoration efforts have been made. Archaeologists, however, warn that without regular conservation, this site may disappear by 2030.